Hello, everybody. Excuse me. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Sarkey Formstead. So my name is Samantha. It's been a while since I've done a live, but it's time for us to get into this. As you hop on, tell me who you are, what state you were in, hit the like button, drop in comments, communicate amongst each other. Folks, breaking news. The president of Mexico, hi, Oregon, has declared war on America. You heard me right. The Mexican president is encouraging immigrant, undocumented aliens to fight against federal agents, to riot, to burn things down. It says breaking. Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum calls for Mexicans to protest and riot in the United States. If necessary, we will mobilize. We don't want to pay taxes on remittance from our fellow countrymen from the U.S. to Mexico. So what does she mean? Hello, everybody. She's saying that all these undocumented illegal aliens that get food stamps, welfare, that work under the table, or even have visa jobs, or obviously sending vast amounts of American money out of the country and into the hands of Mexico. What she's saying is we don't want to pay taxes. We don't want to have, to pay any form of tariffs. Let that sink in. The president of Mexico is threatening to mobilize fund protest on U.S. soil to keep billions of untaxed cash flowing out of America and into Mexico. Meanwhile, Americans are paying record high taxes. We're struggling under inflation. We're watching our borders be invaded. Now foreign leaders think they can use our streets as leverage. Enough is enough, America. Tax remittances, close the border, put America first.
Grossly incompetent. Everybody knows. All you have to do is look at the little railroad he's building. It's about 100 times over budget. We're putting a flagpole over there. Under budget. I always do under budget.
What does your intel tell you about these people causing all the problems?
Are
they people ISIS trying to deport, or are they professional agitators?
People that are causing the problem are professional agitators. They're insurrectionists. They're bad people. They should be in jail. Thank you.
Okay, so that was President Trump 30 minutes ago admitting that the rioters that are in California are paid protesters. I have evidence. Hold on, guys. First off, there were bricks being placed everywhere. But before I do that, let me let you hear the Mexican president.
Because if necessary, we will mobilize because we do not want taxes on remittances from our compatriots in the United States.
Okay, at this point, what should we do in America? Drop it in comments. Let me tell you what we can legally do. What she did by declaring that undocumented citizens should join the fight, get out there. She's saying that it is okay to destroy Los Angeles. She is saying that it is okay to attack federal agents. That is a Mexican president. This is an act of war. So right now, I need all of you to take 5 minutes, figure out who is your congresswoman or your congressman, send them this video, demand that America declares this as an act of war. This is an act of war coming out of the mouth of the Mexican president. We want a declaration of war. What does that do for Americans? Well, that allows our president to unleash the might of the United States military, not only on cartels, but on illegal, undocumented immigrants all throughout this nation. It will allow them to scoop them up in mass. It means that these socialist judges can't stop the deportations. This is something you can do from the comfort of your home, my friend, is declare and insist that your congressperson ask for an act of war. We as American citizens have had enough. We have a fentanyl problem. Our streets are being taken over by undocumented illegal immigrants. They are costing you, the American taxpayer, you, the legal migrant, $114 billion a year. They are invading your children's schools. Yeah, I was an educator. I have English as a second language degree. There's no way one teacher with 30 students can meet all needs when you've got a 13-year-old coming from El Salvador that can't read but on a second grade level and is being put back into the classroom with third graders, I might add, who has a violent past. Is it the child's fault? No, but is it America's problem? Not at all. Hey, Sheila from Ponchatoula. I love to see my Louisiana people in it. Folks, listen to me. If you are not already getting the newsletter that we put out, you seriously need to join us. I understand $30 is a lot. Why? Because we're funding half the world right now. Send what you can. I will put the money apps at the end of this live. I will put them at the top of comments pinned. Make sure you add your email to the memo. Join us on our Zooms. We call them peace summits. All right. Let me let you hear what Benny Johnson just said. I am going to have to do it from my phone. It would not let me move it over. But listen to what he says.
Benny, in case you're wondering what America would look like under foreign occupation, look no further than Los Angeles right now.
Hey, Amy.
As roving gangs waving foreign flags burn Americans, American cars, and American buildings and businesses in the streets. This is what it looks like to be conquered right now. It's happening in some of the nicer neighborhoods of California. It's completely descended into chaos and madness. This is what a true insurrection looks like, but it's even worse because these people don't belong here. They came here as invaders. They're militant, military-aged males. They didn't build this country. They don't love this country. Their first act was to criminally invade, and now they are behaving like the parasites they are. They're burning this place to the ground. And we've told you that this was going to happen. We've warned about it.
Yes, we have.
Years.
Yes, we have, Benny.
They're not looking for a better life. These people need to be deported now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very dangerous moment in American society. All of LA is burning. Feds mobilize the National Guard as riots over immigration raids wreak havoc in Los Angeles. Thank God the administration is doing something right now.
Do more.
And so let's begin. Where did this all start? There were ICE raids in LA, and that just descended into total and complete chaos and madness. There have been hundreds of federal agents who have been hurt and wounded. And it really makes you wonder, by the way, like, why is it when every single time there is a left-wing protest, giant stacks of cement bricks show up just sitting in the street? Why is that?
Riddle me that.
It really makes you wonder. This is outside of the ICE facility in LA. The ICE facility where the main protest was going on just happened to have power. Ladies and gentlemen, it is those protesters who are thankfully getting bricked right now by federal forces. Donald Trump mobilized the National Guard and Marines to come in and restore order in LA.
And I'm glad that he did, but it is not enough. What the president did 30 minutes ago, the president of Mexico, was declare war against America. She literally told undocumented illegal aliens to go out into the streets and riot. Now, the very crazy thing about all of this is that they keep repeating that, oh my God, this is so peaceful. It's peaceful. This would have never happened. Let me read to you what Kamala Harris put out last night. Los Angeles is my home. And like so many Americans, I'm appalled at what we are witnessing on the streets of our city. Deploying the National Guard is a dangerous escalation meant to provoke chaos. In addition to the recent ICE raids in Southern California and across our nation, it is part of the Trump administration's cruel, calculated agenda to spread panic and division. This administration's actions, right, Kamala, are about public safety. They're about stoking fear of a community demanding dignity and due process. Protest is a powerful tool, essential in the fight for justice. And as the LAPD, the mayor, and the governor have noted, demonstrations in defense of our immigrant neighbors have been overwhelmingly peaceful. I continue to support the millions of Americans who are standing up to protect our most fundamental rights and freedoms. Unquote. Kamala Harris. This is her in 2025. There it is for public record. Yeah, because this community is demanding dignity and due process. Folks, listen, I know that a lot of people have told you repeatedly that illegal and undocumented people have due process in America. They actually do not. They do not. Now, if they're in the court system working through the immigration process, there are some protections. But we're talking about, of the 30 million people that Kamala Harris, as border czar, allowed into America in 4 years, 20 million of those have never shown up for their court appointments. 20 million of those just disappeared into our country. And for the past 2.5 months, I have repeatedly shown you how Mexican cartel members have been busted trafficking 80,000 rounds of high-end ammunition. I have shown you how they're probably going to bust out El Chapo out of prison. Let me show you what we were doing last night. You see this? You see how beautiful that is? That's how patriots do it. Yeah, that's what Sam was doing last night. What were you doing? What were you doing, America? Watching all this on the news, wondering if it's coming to a town near you? Because it is. Yeah, thank you, John. If you're able to support the channel, please don't hesitate. YouTube demonetized me 3 months ago. Why do you think they did that? Why? Why do they shadow ban me? Why do they delete your comments and blame it on me? Anybody want to guess? Folks, if all 348 of you that are watching right now would send $1, that would be amazing. I'll add it at the end of the thing. Okay, so let's keep going. Let me show you what Mayor Bass, and don't forget, Mayor Bass disappeared and went on a communist trip, during the fires in LA in January. But listen to her now.
People should exercise their right to protest. That's their First Amendment right. But people should also exercise that right peacefully. We do not want to play into the administration's hands.